It's been about 2 weeks since the last video, and I swear every time I have a day off, it rains. Finally got some pockets of dry air today. Gonna rain this afternoon, gonna rain I think tomorrow afternoon, so this morning we're gonna try and get some work done. And we're gonna start by putting the steel roof on. And what we're gonna do is take this here, this is called J-channel. Traditionally you would wrap your windows in that, and like your door frames, so that way the cut end of the siding would slide right in there and give you a nice finished look. I'll show you on my neighbor's building what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put it here along the gable for trim. Traditionally, if I can hold the camera steady, you can see they've got this nice big wide corner piece on there that wraps around both the top of the roof and the fascia there. Well, I don't really want to do that because, you know, it's not a traditional steel building. Mine's plywood on the side, and I'm going to paint it. So the fascia up and down will be trim boards, these trim here. I'm going to use this here. It's a composite wood grain texture deal. Then this piece here will sit right on top of the fascia, just give us a nice clean finished look. Once again, sorry if the wind noise is just unbearable. I put a piece of electrical tape over the mic. We'll see if that works. Here's what it's going to look like. The steel roofing will just come up, slide right under there, and that'll give us a nice finished edge from the outside. Let's give you a shot. So from the outside, it'll just look like that. And I got a little overhang here going on, so I think it'll turn out pretty nice. Each one of these roof panels is 12 foot long, and we're cutting our pieces at 66.5 inches. So we're getting 2 pieces out of each panel, and I'm just cutting them out here in the grass. I'll set the camera up and let you watch me cut one. Not entirely sure where I left off last time, but the roof is done. I didn't film much of it because the wind was howling and it was raining, and I just wanted to get the thing done. Kind of like right now. The wind's always blowing anymore. There's a little hole right in the center of the roof. The ridge cap comes in 10-foot sections, and I needed about 10'5" or 10'4" inches, and I wasn't going to buy another 10-foot piece, so I cut it right in the center and split it, because we're going to put a cupola up on the top anyway, so that'll be right underneath of that. So today we're putting in the windows. So what we're doing is I've ripped down some of this trim that I'm using on the outside of the coop, and I'm just tacking it down all the way around the perimeter of the window here. And then I stick the window in, and I go back and just put these little blocks and shoot a couple nails in. They're just going to be fixed windows. They're never actually going to open. I've got a vented soffit all the way along and both sides, so I think that will get enough, you know, cross breeze coming up and out. Plus, with the cupola will actually be functional with that hole up there. So. So I'm working on the door today, and I just made a quick frame out of 2x4s for it. And the face of it here is actually the piece that I cut out from where the door is going. So it should fit in there perfectly. And I'm installing the hinges now. And here we are at the coop with the door installed. Just got a plain gate latch on there to keep it shut. Nothing too fancy, nice and simple. It's move-in day for the chickens. I've got 3 roosting bars that run across the length of the coop here. They're each 7 foot, so we got 21 foot in total. And right along here on this back wall, we'll have external nesting boxes. And there's enough space here that the chickens roosting on the top bar won't be pooping straight into the boxes. I might even put like a little overhang on the box so they're not getting poop in there. But those boxes will come later anyway. Nobody's laying yet anyway, so that's not quite too pressing. Then we've got the 30-pound feeder hanging there and a 5-gallon water, which this will go outside eventually. The chicken door will go right here for them to go out to the run outside these 2 windows, which is not done yet, but we're leaving town for a few days and I want to make sure they have enough food and water. So we got the 30-pounder and the 5-gallon, like I said, and we're going to move them in here just so they have enough to eat and drink, because this little greenhouse out here that they're currently living in would not house 21 birds and these giant feeder and water. So we're going to get them moved over here, and that'll be that. And I can't remember if I showed this or not, but before I put the pine shavings down, I covered the whole floor in linoleum. This is super cheap stuff. It was 44 cents a square foot. So that'll make it nice to scrape all this out when it comes time. And this is just sitting here. All it's doing is holding the shavings back, so I can just lift this out and get a probably plastic snow shovel and just push it all straight out the door into a wheelbarrow or a cart or something. And hopefully it's nice and easy. That's the plan anyway. Hard to believe I had all 21 birds in this tiny little greenhouse here. They did have the attached run outside, but still not very big considering I had the roosting bars here and then, you know, the feeders and everything. We've got 3 black Concords, 6 Isa Browns, 3 Bantams. One of the Bantams is an Australorp. I'm not sure about the other 2. Then I've got 3 Buckeyes, 3 Rhode Island Reds, and 2 Gold Lace Wyandottes. I believe that's all of them. If that adds up to 21, then I did it right. I'm not for sure. I think that's all of them.